boyfriend, do I text him first or wait? I used to go through that same thing when I was once, very long time ago, dating. And I used to be like, ooh, should I wait it out? Maybe I should wait till he texts me first. But girl, that's your boyfriend. You text him if you want. Unless he's being rude or something, then I'd be like, But text him. You don't gotta wait for nobody. So guys, these are my cozy pajamas. They're these gray ones. They're super cute. Elana, you should do a podcast one day? Really? Oh my goodness, thank you. Would you become a psychologist? I don't know, do you think? I'm definitely not qualified. But I remember that's something I wanted to do for a little bit. I just don't like being first to initiate. Okay. I think that's our ego getting in the way. I feel that too, 100%. But if you really miss him and you just really want to talk to him, I say go do it. I'm very much like, I feel like my mentality is sometimes, you know what, just do it. If it makes you happy, do it. You want to do it. If texting him you think will bring your mood up, go do it. Text him first. Try to challenge yourself. Challenge yourself to, yes, it's fine if I initiate it today. If you find that it's always you initiating it, maybe let him initiate it for once. But I think that you should. Did this become relationship therapy? I barely know. It's fine. But, so I'm going to show you the book I've been reading. Okay, this is the book I've been reading. Okay, thanks for the advice. You're welcome, babe. Enjoy it. Text him. Enjoy. Anybody else have questions? I love giving advice. Also, guys, I don't know if my advice works all the time. Like that, I can guarantee. I just don't know, but I'm just going to try my best. I never been in a relationship, but I never felt the need to be in one. Good. And that's amazing. That's great to have because some people really crave it and want it, which is okay too. Both are okay, but enjoy it. Take your time. You don't need to be in a relationship right now. Elana, find me a bae. Shoo, me and you both. What's the book called? It's called She Just Wants to Forget. It's super sad. It's probably hopeless romantic-y. It's about heartbreak, but helps me, I guess. I don't know. I like this guy, but he's with someone. See, that sucks. But I think you just gotta trust what's for you will be for you. Wake up every day, be like, I will attract what is meant for me. Sometimes you gotta say those affirmations, girl. You really do. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Thank you. His name is Justin. I don't know if you know him. Girl! I thought you were talking about someone else. You and me both. That's so funny. I feel like we're taught to do everything so fast. Just go at your own pace, do what you want. I agree with that. Sorry, it took me time. I had to process it. Well, I'm thinking about coming out to my mom because we will move to live just me and her. So you're thinking about coming out to your mom. Okay. I really don't want to give you the wrong advice on that. I'm sure there are people that can. I know that. All I know is that it should be on your own timing and whatever you're comfortable with. I've had friends who've had similar situations with coming out to their parents, and just when you're ready, I think that that's when you should do it. But I can't really tell you. And whatever makes you comfortable, but you have my support 100%. I love you, and I just hope that everything really goes well for you with that. Should I put my cell phone to charge? It's making a strange noise. Wow, we're getting every question. We're getting technology questions. Yes, put it to charge if it's making a weird noise. Elana, I've been feeling like I'm useless for years. I don't know if you have any advice for me, but yeah, I can promise you right now, you are not useless. You are not useless. You were born into this world. You were meant to be here. You are living. You wake up every day. You're surrounded by life, and you are not useless. And it's hard when you're surrounded, or maybe you're in an environment that makes you feel useless, or surrounded by people that make you feel useless. I don't know if that's the case, but you are not useless. You're beautiful. You are a great human being. I love you, and things will get better. Things will get better. Trust that things will get better, but I can promise you, you are not useless. So, if anyone else is feeling that way, I'm really upset you do, because you aren't. You're not useless to me, and everybody on this live is giving good vibes right now. We're all here in support of each other. We all love you. Oh God, I can't choose. If you had to choose between having legs the size of your arms or arms the size of your legs. Now hold on, it takes me a while. Legs the size of your arms, okay, so little tiny baby legs, or arms the size of your legs. Maybe arms the size of my legs. I don't know if I could do with, because I already feel short, so like, I would probably go with arms the size of my legs. So, Elana, you look like the type to play Animal Crossing, which is high-key a stress-free game. I've heard of that. I've heard of that. I've heard that Animal Crossing is so fun and it's like free therapy. And I've never played it, but maybe I should. You'd be a leprechaun? Exactly. I'm not our therapist being confused. Yeah. I don't want to be a leprechaun, guys. I really don't. So I would go with arms the size of my legs. Legs the size of my arms. No, arms the size of my legs. Want to know something else that will make you feel better? Put some lemon in your water. Put some lemon in your water. I promise you will feel better. Okay, I can't promise you you'll feel better because if you're really sad, like, I don't know if that will help. But it will definitely, it will boost your mood. And I'm sure it, like, helps your immune system. I don't know. Should I go to sleep? It's 3 a.m. here. Yes, go to sleep if you're tired. You know, some people are always like, go to sleep, it's ruining your health, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if you should stay up at that time every day, but if you're up right now and you're not tired, stay up. But if you are tired, go to sleep. Get your butt to sleep. Go to sleep. But yeah, put lemon in your water. If you could live on another planet, which would you choose? I'm not gonna lie. That scares me. Space itself, beautiful. Stars, beautiful. But, like, I don't know. Just because I don't know what's on those planets. Like, it's scary to me. I don't know. I really have to think about that, guys. I've been asked the question before, and I've been asked, like, would you go to space if you could? Would you go on a rocket ship? Would you go to space? I would love to check. I would love to see it from down here, but I don't know if I could. I'd be too scared. I'm just, planes scare me. So why would I go on a rocket ship and leave the Earth? No. Let the astronauts, leave it to them. And I think that's great. I think it's great for people who want to do that. And I think space is beautiful, but it's so dark up there. I don't know what's going on. Gravity, like, no. I don't know what's up there. And I've seen too many space movies that just scare me. Like, it will just give me anxiety, I don't know. Ariana wants to go to space. Yes, I saw the interview and she was like, yes, I want to go to space. But ask me in 10 years. Maybe in 10 years I will be like, take me to space. But right now, I have too much more to live. I can't, guys. It's a weird concept, but interesting. Can you believe we're just on this? I always think about that. I used to ask myself these stupid questions, but they're not stupid. It's genuinely like, I would be like, what happens if gravity just decided to stop working? And I'm sure there's like a scientific answer, like I'm sure that can happen. But also like, where would we go? Would we fall forever? Like, okay, we're not opening this portal up. We're not doing this because this is supposed to be like stress, anxiety free. We're not supposed to be in our, like, we're not doing that. But that's so scary to me, guys. It's one of my fears. Like, I'm just like, what is happening? We do not know what's happening up there. Nobody knows. Or how, like, the earth is moving. None of us feel it. Like, it's just not for me. It's not for me. I don't want to be up there. I don't want to know. I have too many conspiracy theories about it all. No. It's not for me. We're not doing this. Oh my God, this is a crisis. Guys, we're not talking about this. We don't need to know what's happening up there. We can enjoy what's happening here, right? Can we come back? Oh my God. No. Guys, we're not getting stressed out about this. We're not getting... The ocean? No, don't get me started on the ocean. Okay, guys, we're not doing this. We can get back to positive things, please. But, yeah. Anyway, how's the weather today? I don't know. I haven't been outside, but I hope that the weather's good. I hope that it's going great. I haven't left my room today, really. Unless I was eating food. Yeah. Guys, we're not going to talk about the ocean. Unless everybody genuinely wants to talk about the ocean, but, like, I can't, guys. It's just scary, all of it. It's scary. What's my favorite Ari album? I love... Guys, I've been listening to Positions a lot, like, over and over again. So right now, this is my favorite album. It could always change, but right now, this is my favorite one. Yeah. Yes, I know, guys. I can't get into it, guys. And me drinking water. So yeah, this is my book. It's great. I'm going to try and read you something in here. Okay, let me see if I have anything that I can read in here that will make you feel better about yourself. Okay. Okay, I'm going to read this little part of it, and it's going to be for all of you guys. I think there's this part of you that will mean the world to the right person, but until then, you will always mean the world to yourself, and there is nothing wrong with protecting your light from those who will only represent darkness. Guys, that's such a good one. I underlined it. I read this a while ago, but it's so true, and protect your light. All of you have light. And you have to protect it because there's people with some really bad negative vibes and you have to protect it. There's way too much depth in your soul, and those too lazy to explore your extra layers have all come up short, and you willingly allow it. You don't bother to tell them that there's more because you know that not everyone deserves all of you which you have to offer. She's tired, but she's powerful. Do you always underline your books? I do underline some parts of it. Whatever I'm feeling that I like to, like, whatever I feel like going back, whatever I feel like going back to is really nice. I'm gonna read more, guys. You have been through so much, and yet you continue to hold your head high. And though you've been constantly disappointed, you find a new and rare ways to hold on to this sort of hope that feels like magic. You are powerful even in moments when weakness chases you. You are mighty even though your struggles stand like giants in the doorways of your happiness. Deep. I wrote this for you because you are a remarkable woman. There's a light that lives within you that could rival the sun and glow in your eyes that could distract from the moon on its darkest night. You, this remarkable and rare occurrence. So for anyone who does feel useless, listen to this book. You are remarkable. You're beautiful. You're royalty. You, this beautiful, see, I just said that. You, this beautiful wonder, a muse to artists and writers like me. He's saying that you're a muse, and he's a writer. Living loud where the world wishes to silence the melody that has been cradled in your heart. Unapologetic with the intention of being greater than the world would have you be. I wrote this for you in hopes of encouraging you to continue towards everything you truly deserve. I wrote these words for the woman in search of a reminder of who she's always been. This is specifically for the woman who feels stuck, for the one who's tired of fighting for someone who only wants to fight her. Every letter was meant to form words that will speak to the strong woman you are, basically. It's called She Just Wants to Forget. Very much giving me the vibes I need in 2021. Good, I'm happy. This is Elana's reading session. It's very therapeutic for me. I love reading it. It makes me feel really, really good. Let's see if I can find any more. I really haven't gotten very much into it, but let's see if I can find. Wow, okay. So it's basically a book about going through a heartbreak and someone treating you how you shouldn't be treated, and basically you going through heartbreak and moving on from somebody. But I feel like this book can really speak to you even if you didn't go through heartbreak, and you can just use the person that broke your heart. In this case, it's a man broke a woman's heart. But I feel like you can switch the narrative. Make the man anybody in your life that has treated you poorly. But yeah. So it's not, it is for a woman, but it can be for anybody. Really. How do you always find the best books? I don't know where I got this from. I feel like this is a gift. But you can just look up good books online. I can always share any books that I've read. A lot of them are about love, but I want to read more. I can continue reading if you want. Let me find more things. And then it's all these little short poems in the book. Okay, see this one right here. Now, what was I saying? Oh yeah, that's it. It's time to level on anyone who has treated you like bleep. It's been too long. Constantly feeling like you're not good enough. For anyone who refuses to be good to you, it's time to be good to yourself. I know you've been reaching out to them for help, but they're not even trying. You've been drowning, but you must save yourself. You must remain defiant, because deep down, even though it may not feel like it, you have the heart and the pride of several lions. Lions. So it is about heartbreak, guys, but you know what? it doesn't necessarily have to be about that. If you have a parent or a sibling or a friend who is toxic in any way or just brings you down, read this book. Or read any book like this, because it will make you feel better about yourself. And you will realize that you are so strong and capable of anything, really. Let's see. Be careful who you give your midnights to. Okay. Let's see. She made pain look beautiful. The way she survived, the way she chose to move forward even when giving up felt like the best option. Maybe you are the strong one. Maybe you've held on because you're strong enough to love unconditionally. But maybe it's time to use your strength to move forward with your life. Do what makes you happy, even if it means walking away from someone who failed to act on their own. I think it's important for you to know that it's okay to be on your own. There's nothing wrong with being by yourself for a while. Hi guys, okay. Elana, have you ever read a fantasy fiction book? I need recommendations. I have, just not in a while. Why do I feel like I'm hearing hawks? That's so weird. I feel like I'm hearing hawks outside. I heard, pew. That's so weird. I remind you of your BFF? Oh my god. She must be an awesome gal. Or, I don't know. Wow, guys, this is really good. Okay. So quiet in the Boysworld house. Weird. I know, it is weird. But, you know, it is what it is. Is that enough lighting for you to read? Probably not. I'm literally struggling over here. I could barely get through sentences. You are not obligated to stay where you are not appreciated. You are not obligated to consider someone who is inconsiderate when it comes to you. It may be hard to let go, may be hard to move on, but if you want to be happy, you'll need to love yourself more than you love someone who acts like they hate you. Deciding, okay, now they're getting lovey. But, yeah. It's peaceful but bad for your vision. Very bad. I'm barely, I was making up my own words for some of them, guys. Turn on some lights, girl. The lights are all the way over there. I just have my neon. I mean, my not. Oh. I use this. I look like a mess. But, yeah. I hope that you enjoyed that. I feel like I'm like a library teacher. I feel like I tell you so many stories. Did I tell you the time I made my library teacher cry? Shout out to you, Miss A. Did I ever tell you guys that? I don't know if I did. That was so comforting. Yay, I'm so happy. How? No, I didn't? Guys, it's not what it looks like. Guys, I feel like I told you this. And I'm not about to embarrass myself telling you stories that I've already said, because then it's weird. Because then it's like, Elana, you said this, and then I'm like, awkward. I've already said this. Repeating myself. But yes, I did make her cry. This sounds bad. Ugh, guys. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. She was a little crazy. I didn't tell you guys? Are you sure? I feel like I did. Tell the full story. Okay, guys. So I was in class. This was my library teacher. I don't know. I think I was in the 5th grade. I was in the 5th grade, yes. I was in the 5th grade. And, okay. I was in the 5th grade, and I remember we had library class next. I went to this really small, like, school. It was a private school. It was a Catholic school, and there were only, like, 15 kids in my class. So, one of the boys in the class, I had a crush on. I was in the 5th grade. I think it was the same boy I was talking about. And it's not whenever there's a boy involved, there's craziness, I swear. But he was my friend. Not even, ignore the crush part. He was my friend. And so, I don't know, I think she was going through a divorce. I think she genuinely was going through a really hard time. That's why you just never know what somebody's going through, but she took it out on me in like the wrong way. And so, no, I am not boy crazy. Okay, continue, let me go on. So, I had been like 2 seconds late to this library class because I remember I think I was in the bathroom or something. So when I walked in, all the kids were sitting down in the library class. And I walk in and it was like completely silent, which it never is. Like usually, you know, people are talking and it was completely silent. So I sat next to the guy because we sit next to each other in this table. It's like a round table. We all have like assigned seats. So I sat down at the table and he was like, literally guys, literally, I swear, all he did was this. He was reading a picture book and he went like this because I think he liked me too. Anyway, he was trying to make me laugh. So he went and he did this and he was like pointed to something funny in the book. So he pointed to something funny in the book and I was like, I just like gave a little smile and then he was like, and then he laughed too. And this woman freaked out, like flipped her, like I don't understand. You would think that somebody did something crazy. She was like, da-da! Like she yelled, screamed at him. And then me, I was like quiet in school. Like I was like fun, but like I never talked back or nothing. And I didn't talk back, but I was just like, I raised my hand. Miss A, I'm a little confused. Why are you giving him detention? Because I was standing up for him just because, like, why would you yell at him like that so quickly? He didn't even say a word. All he did was show me the book. He wasn't speaking. And she was like, well, if you came in early to my class and you were here on time, you know, which I never was late to class. I was literally in the bathroom. He was like, you would know that I told the class I don't want to hear a single word today, and all of us are sitting in silence. So I was like, well, I was in the bathroom, so I'm sorry about that, but I was not, like, he wasn't speaking. He was just showing me a picture in the book. He didn't say anything. She cut me off. She was like, detention for you too, Elana. And I was like, at this point, I'm crying. Like, I can't do that. Like, first off, I don't like detention. And second, she's screaming at me. I'm a dramatic person, guys, but I'm not being dramatic. Like, it literally was screaming over nothing. But then I later found out why. But she was screaming, right? So she was screaming, and I was like, oh my God. So now I'm like crying because I don't want detention, and I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought I was doing the right thing for my friend by like sticking up for him, by just genuinely asking. And he was like, no, it's fine, it's fine. But I was like, no, it's not fine. I'm not gonna let you get detention over nothing. No, but I got a little too bold there because then I got detention too. So then, I'm over here crying, and I do not know what this girl was on. She literally was like, I'm so scared. What if she's watching my live? No, I'm kidding. I don't think she is, but like still. I want her to know that like I love her now. I don't know if I love her, but like nothing against her now. So anyway, then after that little incident, she starts sobbing. She starts crying because I'm crying, and she's like, I swore I would never make a child in my class cry. Everybody get up and pray. So now the whole entire class is up and praying, guys. Because remember, I went to a Catholic school. I don't know what type of stuff this was. Everybody's praying in the class now. I was confused out of my mind. Imagine me. I'm like, what is going on here? Everybody get up, guys. We're all praying. The whole entire class. People probably are like, ooh, look what Elana did. Everybody's praying. I was like, what? I was so confused. So we're all praying now. I'm like still hysterical. She's crying while she's praying, and she's like, I swore I would never make a kid in my class cry, and now look at this. She's telling the whole entire class. And meanwhile, I'm sitting there like, what is going on? And then my crush was probably like, what did she just do? Like, I looked crazy. Yes, I was in 5th grade, so I didn't know what was going on. So we were praying, then we finally sit down. Like, nobody got anything done during this class because it was just all drama. Like, I don't know why we got up and started praying. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm religious. Yes, I'm Catholic, but I don't understand why we were doing that. Like, I just don't get it. So then, afterwards, I went into my 5th grade teacher. I went to homeroom, my 5th grade teacher. She was my social studies teacher, and I was close to her. So I went up to her, and I was just crying, and she was like, why are you crying? Why are you crying? And then I was like, well, I don't know. She was just yelling at me, like, and then she made us all get up and pray. Like, imagine me trying to explain this to another teacher. Like, I don't know what is going on. I was like, she had us all praying, and he didn't do nothing. He just showed me a picture in the book. He didn't speak, and she said I was late to class. So I'm over here, like, hysterical, gone. And then the teacher's, like, trying to, like, pat my head. And she's like, she was like, I don't know. She was like, it seems a bit weird. Because you know how teachers be talking about other teachers? They be talking about other teachers, like, on the low. So she was like, this seems a bit weird. I'm sorry, guys. I haven't said this story in so long. And then she was like, well, she is going through a divorce right now. So maybe she's just really, it's a lot on her. And I was like, well, dang, okay, but what does that got to do with me? Like, I'm over here in 5th grade. I think now I could be more, like, have more compassionate about it because I'm older, and I can be like, okay, like, I understand why she was going through such a hard time. Like, divorces are hard, you know? But me in 5th grade, like, not knowing, like, okay, divorce, like, I didn't know. And I was just so confused, like, why? So then, I was just like, okay, like, I'm still crying. And then she was like, well, make sure that we fix this. So then she ended up coming up to me, like, later on, and I was scared out of my mind. I was like, I have to really see this woman. Like, I don't think I could ever go to library class. Like, now I'm going to be skipping those classes for real because I can't do it. And then I end up seeing her, and she was like, I apologize for screaming at you. Like, didn't apologize for the getting up and praying, and didn't apologize for the crying bits, but cried for the yelling at me part. And then both of us ended up not getting detention. It ended up being so good. And she was just like, I'm sorry about it. It's going, like, it's just really hard for me. So I was like, okay, that's okay, don't worry. And of course I felt bad because I was like, this girl must be really going through something. Like, this is so sad. And yeah, then that happened. But guys, then, are you ready for this one? Next year, she was my homeroom teacher. So I'm over here thinking she was just a library and I wouldn't have to really see her much. Next year, she was my homeroom teacher. So I really, really had her in 6th grade. So that whole thing, and she didn't like me. Like, she did not like me. Or she pretended she liked me. She liked my best friend. So it was always like, okay, she likes you more than she likes me. But she didn't really like me, no. And she didn't like him. But she didn't like me, and I had a lot of beef with her, I'm not going to lie. Because I remember another time, another girl from a different class who also ended up being one of my best friends, but we started off hating each other because of this. She came up to me one day and she was like, hey, Miss A told me to talk to you about, and was giving my personal business. And I was like, why is this teacher going around talking about me to other students? I was just like, oh God. That was when I was young, guys. Then I went to high school. Things were way better. I had great teachers. But that will always be a story for the books. My mind is still blown by that. I'm just like, what? 5th grade me in front of the whole class, getting up, praying. Which is fine, but it was just so random, and she was crying, and oh my God. Oh, guys. I also can't believe I just shared that. I really just have no filter today. But it's fine. It's fine. I hope that she's doing great. I think she's grandchildren now. Love that for her. And we had some good moments after that. We really did. We did have some good moments. But that was a tough one. That was one of my teacher experiences I'll never, ever forget. Sorry, guys. I can't see you. Oh, my God. That was your best story. Thank you. So was that entertaining? Thank you, guys. I hope you were all laughing because I was genuinely laughing so hard. No, I didn't make the teacher quit. She still worked there, but she was just going through a divorce. So I think the lesson with that is, if we have a lesson, is you just never know what somebody's going through. And, I had some brutal teachers when I was young, guys. I had a math teacher, and one time I came in and I was like, hey, I couldn't do my homework last night because my dog got hit by a car, because my dog did get hit by a car a few years back. It was very traumatizing for me. But it's fine. Okay. But yes, my dog passed. So I went into school the next day, which I don't know why I would go into school if I was so upset about this. But I ended up going to school the next day, and I completely forgot I had to do this math homework. Completely left my mind because I was so upset, clearly. And I remember him just being like, well, that's sad and all, but I'm going to have to give you a 0. Bring it in tomorrow, and we can switch things. And I was like, wow. Other than that, guys, I was a good kid. I mean, I still was a good kid. I just had some crazy moments. But high school was way better, I would say. But, whew, there were some moments, guys. I would have been so mad. Yeah, I was really upset, but more about my dog, so I really, they really said no, yeah. I was like, oh my goodness, you guys always so mad. I can say the closest teachers I had in that school was my gym teacher and my pre-K teacher when I was a baby. We grew up together. We're still close to this day. I go back and she's like, hey girl, and we just talk. So me and her were close. My 2nd grade teacher, I was close to her. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then in high school, I was just close to my English teacher and my gym teacher again. I'm always close to the gym teacher, even though I'm not this athletic person. But for some reason, I'm always close to the gym teacher. So, that's fun. Yeah, and who else? I was close to my vice principal, but yeah, it's fun having teachers when you're close to them, because then they talk to you about stuff and it's fun. I was in Mexico until 5th grade and I barely remember it. Wow. So were you born in Mexico and then moved here? It's always the math teachers. It's always the math teachers. Elana was the praying in Spanish or English. She was Spanish, but oh, my Spanish teacher hated me too, guys. Well, she hated everybody. She just hated the class. It was in English. But, the Spanish teacher, she hated my entire class, like, hated us. And she was like, I can't wait to go to your high school. She was like, I can't wait to be a... I have some crazy stories, guys. I have some crazy stories. Oh, but my high school Spanish teacher, love that woman to pieces. I love her. I love her so much. Both of my high school Spanish teachers, amazing. Great women, beautiful, so sweet. Please tell me she got fired. She did get fired. She did get fired. Not with a smile, guys. Okay, but she did get fired for that. It's the French teachers that have issues? Really? My mom's a high school Spanish teacher? That's so nice. What type of school did you go to? Oh my god. No, it wasn't crazy, guys. It was a good school. The schools were good, but the teachers were just ruthless sometimes. No, I wasn't happy that she got fired, but I was just like, you weren't nice. That's what I have to say about that. If I was a donut, what donut would I be? I would be a strawberry frost. Hello?
Elana?
Hi, I'm alive.
Could you help me pick something?
Yeah.
So, it's either this one or this other video.
I was gonna do this tomorrow. Excuse
That
me.
one or this one?
Did you have professional lighting?
This is my light stand. This one is the one Olivia liked.
This one looks cleaner.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
Okay, but
That's so good. Guys, she's gonna post it too. Are you posting it now?
yeah. Which one did she pick? The one that you like. Really? Yeah.
That one looks cleaner. That dance is so good, guys. I was gonna record mine today, but I didn't. So I can do it tomorrow. Okay, guys, I'm gonna end this live. We had a great time. Love you all. And